Hey there, Supalama here. We've got a special treat for you guys here today. We've got the legendary KOD Mark 1 from the moderator of our very own subreddit Lockpicking, Kitty of Doverfeld. So, yep, there's the bidding. Don't know if that focused very well. Some nice highs and lows. It still works just fine, considering all the picking it's gone through. Very, very little hang-ups. I've found that this lock, you slowly have to bring up the hook size. So you'll start with a shallow and you'll slowly move up the ranks as you continue picking it. Other than that, I haven't really had too much gripe about this lock. It's a very, very fun lock to pick. So, let's see if I can get this open on film for you guys. I think I actually got to click on one as I was trying to get the pick in. Yeah, in there. Yeah, let's click on one as soon as I try and get the pick in there. Click on 4, 5. Click on, I think that's 3. A little bit of counter rotation on 1 or 2. And a click. Let's see what else we got here. Nothing else. Okay, time to move up another height on the pick. So we'll go to a medium hook from a shallow. Not sure if that's warding or a low cut I'm stuck under. It's all springy in the back. That's counter rotation on 1 or 2. Click. Okay. What else do we got in here? Pull back the tension a little bit and drop something. Oh, took off tension again and dropped a lot. There's counter rotation on 1. But I'm not seeing that key pin. And Kitty had told me he had designed this lock specifically for oversets. So, just trying to be very mindful of oversetting key pins. I haven't picked this lock too much, actually. I think I opened it once, like when I had a little bit of time to just pick offhand. Getting lots of clicks in the back. Lots of little clicks in the back. Getting counter rotation, but when I set that pin, it drops back down, or I lose my false set. So I'm going to ignore him. Alright, let's move up to height again. Counter rotation on 3 or 4. I'm not getting any clicks out of him. No, dropping everything as I'm trying to get him. Okay, that feels like a picking wording or something, so I'm going back to the shallow. Getting a whole bunch of clicks again. This is a very annoying challenge lock, I'll give Kitty that. I don't think I've faced any so painful to pick. It's also, I don't even know what time it is anymore, 3:57 a.m. here in Canada, so that might also be a bit of why I'm having such troubles. Okay, I got to click off of him, and I got into an even deeper false set. I think once I hit this point, I just got to find a couple more pins, and this lock is open. Oh, just click on 3 or 4. Okay, not feeling anything, moving up to the medium again. There, that is counter rotation. I'm gonna need something higher though. Let's try this guy. Get on there. There we go. Where was that counter rotation? There. And there it is. Whew, Kitty, you make a good lock. Still a fun challenge lock, nonetheless. Keep that in frame. Okay. Now I do have a key for this one, so I will lock it back up. It doesn't leave a curse on me there. Did I ever mention how much I love these type of cams? No C-clips or anything dangerous to stab myself with. It's nice, easy. Take off the cam with a couple of screws, insert key. And shim. I'm very curious to see what's inside this lock. I know that of its existence, but I specifically stayed away from watching any videos of it that I could, just because I wanted to be surprised with what was inside. That's about as far as that shim's going. Okay, fair enough. This follower looks like it'll fit, but the gap is just too small. Give me a second to grab my files here. See if I can make that a little bit bigger. Because I don't want to cut. I don't want to cut this short. I have to re-pick it. How does that fit? Yeah, it'll work. It'll work. Okay, shim back in, even though it only goes past like pin 5. Key pins are up. And there we are. So it is only a 5-pin lock. What kind of magic did Kitty put in here? Oh yeah, those look good. All of them well below the shear line and threading on 1, 3, and 5. Very well done. That is a tiny key pin on the back. That explains so much. Was this a hand-filed key as well? Yes, it does. It looks like it was a hand-filed key. You can somewhat see the file markings. Pinning tweezers. Let's see what we've got up top. Very nice serrations. I can see somewhat of a spring in there. I also see it's threaded. See if I can drag it out. There it is. A little baby copper spring. Pin 2. Looks like a nice spool. In fact, that looks almost factory. Don't see any turning marks on that one. Another small copper spring. Whoa. It's a serrated pin, but it narrows as it gets closer to the key pin, like a Christmas tree. That's well done. Another copper spring. And this is a key pin that was put in upside down after being milled out to make some nice serrations, just like that. That one doesn't want to come out either. I'll have to pull that one out after. And pin 5. Again, really, really nice serrations. Upside down again. And a baby copper spring on 5 as well. See if I can get 4. Oh, hey, perfect. That is actually a smaller steel spring, looks like. Okay, what do we have inside the Bible? I'm seeing, what is that, threads in 1, 3, and 5. In fact, it feels like there's also some slight threading in 4. Chamber 2 feels untouched. Yeah, I'm threading in chamber 1. Okay. Actually, I'll flip this around just like that. So here are all the key pins and the driver pins. And I'm pretty sure I took them out into the proper orientation. Lots and lots of serrateds, which makes sense from the clicks I was getting out of this lock. Especially with this one. I really like this one and this one here. Beautiful, beautiful serrations. This one I'm still thinking that's from factory here. It looks quite good. I'm not seeing any machine marks from a file or anything like that on this. So I'm thinking that's from factory. So give me a minute here to populate the core. Love that little clink sound. They're all well below the shear line, so every single one of these will be effective in their own respect. Oh yes, Kitty thought this one out very well. So there is all of our key pins. Very, very effective, every single one of them. There's that serration coming on this guy, which is also acting as a standard pin because that's where he is on the shear line. This you'll get a little bit of a standard feel, and then it will drop into a little bit of a false set because of that click. This pin immediately into a serration, which acts very, very nice, very grabby. It's hard for me to sometimes even pull that out of the chamber. Yeah, very, very well done. Very well done. I actually want to look at the core a little bit more in depth because I know this lock has been picked quite a lot. I just want to see if I can find any real effects of constant picking. It does look like chamber 3 is ever so slightly wallowed out, more oval sized, shaped, as opposed to the rest of them. And pin 5, it's got a little bit of a divot there as well. But overall, it actually looks alright. Even the threads are still pretty sharp. They're not rolled over or anything like that. So considering the life of the lock, it's actually done pretty good. Okay, that is the KOD Mark 1. Oop, there we go. Thanks for watching.